Hi everyone, happy Friday. Thank you guys once again for joining in for our second meditation session of this series. Welcome to week 2. I hope everyone that joined in last week had an enjoyable meditation, was able to come out of it with a bit of peace and calm, and it set you up for a nice weekend ahead and gave you some clarity. So last week I took you guys on, those that joined, I took you on a journey into a beautiful island. So it was more of a visualization that I took you on. And the purpose of that type of meditation was really to help distract you from some of those wandering thoughts that always seem to bubble up in our minds. So we're going to deepen our practice today, and we're going to choose a different method to help distract us away from those thoughts. And today what we're going to be focusing on is using our breath as an anchor, so that when our mind wanders, we bring ourselves back to our breath to draw our attention and focus. Okay, so that's going to be the practice for today. And I just want to reiterate, because there may be some others that have joined in this week that weren't able to join last week. And one of the important things that I think, I should say, one of the misconceptions about meditation is that we have to have a blank mind. And that is not what meditation is about at all. Remember that it is an exercise of our mind brain. So what the practice is having those thoughts bubble to the surface, but becoming aware of those thoughts, noting them, and then just letting them gently pass by. So not creating any kind of attachment to those thoughts. Because as we know in life, resistance makes stronger. So the more we resist something in our life, the more it comes down on us. So when you have those thoughts bubbling up in your mind, the idea isn't to resist them, because the more you resist it, the more thoughts are going to come up and bubble to the surface. And it's completely fine for those thoughts to come up to the surface. That's what meditation is actually all about. It's just learning to let those thoughts go so you have less of an attachment to them. So as I said before, over time, those thoughts will be, and thoughts, emotions, feelings, whatever that's being stirred up within us, gently over time becomes less and less. And then you have more periods of just silence in your meditation. Okay, so I think that's just a really important thing to drill home, because I know a lot of people say they're just not good at it because they just can't get their mind clear, but that's not it at all. Okay, so your job today is really just to relax and pay attention to those thoughts that come up, because they will come up. Just note them and then just gently let them pass. Okay, and we're going to be using our breath as our anchor. Okay, so with that all being said, let's get into the good fun part and get ourselves in a comfortable position for our meditation. So we want to be placing our feet firmly on the ground if we're sitting on a chair. If you're sitting on the ground, you can sit cross-legged, whatever is most comfortable for you. Okay, so we want to make sure that our back is fairly straight, but it's not uncomfortable. So I always say kind of push your hips maybe to the front a little bit, just so that you can get a natural curve in your back, but still be pretty alert. Okay, our hands generally we can put in our lap or wherever you feel most comfortable. And then I always say, if you can, close your eyes, because it helps you to focus. But if you're really not comfortable doing that, that's fine. Keep your eyes open. Just choose something to stare off into ahead of you where you can kind of have a light gaze. Okay, so I'll be shutting down my screen again, and I'll be playing some music for you guys to enjoy. Okay, so let's get started. Okay. So as I said, this mindful practice today is going to be about using our breath as an anchor, where you root your awareness into the present moment, almost like how an anchor that roots a ship to one place. So this practice Helps you to dissolve any anxiety you may be feeling. It helps decrease stress. And it allows the body to heal in a relaxed, peaceful state. So again, let's just pay attention to how we're sitting. Just make sure that you're comfortable. Sitting with your back upright. And just feeling relaxed with your spine following its natural curves. And just allow your body to settle, to rest down into gravity, letting it be supported by the chair beneath you or the floor beneath you. Now I want us to take our attention to our breath. So take a deep breath in, hold it, and then take a deep breath out. Okay, now I want you to take another deep breath in and hold it again, and then let it go. Now for a third time, take a deep breath in, hold it again, and then release. Now I want you to gently return your breath to normal. Gradually allow your awareness just to gather around the sensations of the breath in your body. We'll be using our breath as an anchor today to redirect us from the thoughts that bubble up. And if at any time you feel uncomfortable with any of the thoughts, the emotions, feelings that are running through your mind, just remember you can always stop. Take a break for a moment and then come back to this practice when you feel ready again. You are always in control. You are the one in the driver's seat. Okay, and as we bring our awareness back to our breath, where do you feel your breath most strongly? Be curious about your experience. And just let go of what you think should be happening. And just sit with your experience without any judgment. Now I want you to very gently rest your awareness within your whole torso. Can you feel your belly rising on the in-breath and then subsiding on the out-breath? Can you feel any movement and sensations with the breath in the sides of the body? Do you feel any movement and sensations in the back of your body? As you pay attention just a little bit more deeply, you begin to feel your body a little bit more deeply. And just have a sense of curiosity towards whatever you're experiencing as you breathe. And just remember to allow whatever's happening just to happen. See if you can cultivate a precise awareness of the sensations and movement of the breath in your body as they happen moment by moment, being careful not to strain. Relax. Allow your awareness to be receptive as it rests upon the natural movement of the breath in your body. Allow the breath that you take in to be filled with kindness, almost like the feeling of a warm hug, soothing any stress, pain, or discomfort you may feel. Now I want you to take your focus and become aware of any thoughts, emotions, feelings that are bubbling to the surface. And just remember that mindfulness isn't about having a blank mind. It's normal to think during meditation. Mindfulness is training you to cultivate awareness of what is actually happening physically, mentally, and emotionally. This practice is so you can gradually change your perspective and feel you have more choice in how you relate to life. Can you look at your thoughts and emotions rather than be wrapped up in them? Can you be aware of what you're thinking and feeling without either blocking the experience or getting overwhelmed by it? And as these thoughts bubble to the surface, just take note of that thought or feeling or emotion, and then redirect your attention to your breath, breathing in and then breathing out. And remember that any of the thoughts that come up are not necessarily facts, even though we often think they are. As you develop perspective on your thoughts and emotions, including undermining ones, you can let them go instead of being caught up in them. So as that thought, emotion, feeling bubbles to the surface, again, note that thought, and then refocus your attention to your breath. Perhaps it's where you feel it in the body. Perhaps it's the coolness as it comes in through your nose. or maybe it's the warmth as it leaves your mouth. And as you do this, you're naturally distracting your way from thoughts. You can notice how they're continually changing, one moment to the next, exactly the same way your breath is always changing. Your thoughts and your emotions are not as fixed and solid as we may think. Use this awareness of the movement and sensations of the breath in your body as your anchor for the mind over and over again. Follow the breath all the way in and then all the way out. And each time your awareness wanders, as it will, just simply note your anchoring breath. Time after time after time, moment by moment. Making sure that you're being very kind and patient with yourself. Even if you have to start again 100 times. That's okay. This is what training is all about. And remember that each time you notice you've wandered, this is a magic moment of awareness. A moment where you've woken up from a distraction. It's a moment of choice. You've chosen to redirect your focus and attention. So when you catch yourself having wandered off, you're succeeding in this practice. And as you put your attention to your breath, you're succeeding when you manage to stay with your breath. Now I want you to notice what's happening. What are you thinking? As you do this, just note this and guide your awareness back to the sensation of the breath in the body over and over again. Now I want you to be aware of the sounds around you. What do you notice inside the room? Now focus your attention to any sounds that you may hear outside of the room, perhaps outdoors. And as you notice those sounds, remember to use your anchoring breath to bring you back to focus again. And as you do this, you pull yourself away from the past, away from the future, and into the present. And it's in the present when we focus our attention that we can just be. I want you to again notice the feeling of your breath within your full body, and just notice any sensations you may be feeling. And as we now gently begin to bring this anchoring breath practice to a close, I want each and every one of you to bring your awareness back into the room slowly and gently, and then slowly begin to open your eyes. Okay, and there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this second session of meditation. And I hope that it sets you up for the rest of the day, gave you a bit of peace while you were enjoying this meditation, and helps carry you through today and through the weekend. So I just want to say before we go that the meditation link from last week, it continues to stay up. So if you want to enjoy last week's meditation, if you missed it, all you have to do is click on the link. This one will stay posted as well, so you can enjoy this one over and over again. And I just want to say that this practice of meditation can be carried over through our day-to-day practice. We don't have to be dedicating necessarily an amount of time to do a meditation. We can practice this in our daily lives, and just becoming aware of the thoughts that may bubble up while we're going through our day-to-day life that happens. So it's becoming aware, noticing those thoughts, and then you can use your breath as an anchor to kind of diffuse those thoughts and let them go. As we go through the next couple of weeks after today, I'll be sharing some other tools that we can use to anchor our mind as well. But, see how breathing feels for you. We're all different. Some of us prefer different anchors. Breathing might be your anchor that you prefer. And as I go through the weeks, I'll be showing you other anchors so you can figure out what's most comfortable for you. Okay, so I just want to thank you guys all again for joining. It's been so much fun doing this meditation with you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a great rest of the day too, and hope to see you guys next week. Okay, take care. Bye.